And that because this is a bit of an impromptu stream. I wasn't planning to go live at this time, but there's a couple of things we need to talk about as far as the server goes and this map goes. Because right now, at the time of me starting this stream, me starting to play on this stream, there is a problem. Well, there are a lot of problems, and the map has actually, as of today, been removed from the ModHub, or various reasons. Various reasons. This map has been pulled from the ModHub. Not just because there are errors and issues with the map, but there's also some stuff going on as well between the map author and Giants testing team that's getting a little bit, I don't know, a little bit petty, a little bit silly, a little bit childish. So Giants have pulled the map, which means you can't currently download this map on the ModHub. And also, we don't know if the map is going to get, if the map is updated, whether it will get published to the ModHub. So, make of things what you will, people. As I say, we found a little issue with this map. Well, we found a couple of issues. We've found a couple of issues since we started playing on this map, people. We have found a couple of issues. First, obviously, thing that everyone found was there's no sleep trigger on the map, so you can't sleep, which meant we've had to go and post a... What is going on here? That's a new one on me. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go check the field over here. Because one of the things we have noticed... Hello, Mr. Helgi. One of the things I have noticed, or has been noticed by players, is that when you have put lime on a field, when you plough it, it's not making the lime disappear, which is making it very difficult to tell how this is all going on. Makes it difficult to see where you are ploughing. Now, the first field that we ploughed it before putting lime on the field, so we never really noticed the issue. But yeah, it's this is one of the issues, and certainly this is one of the issues that I think has led to the map being pulled by Giants. Giants have pulled it from the ModHub today and have discontinued it. Yeah, we may need to put slurry on it. That would probably help. I think we need to slurry spread the field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the culti plough back to the farm. I'm not going to carry on ploughing, because if we can't see what we're doing, then we can't see what we're doing. But I will jump into the Discord. Mr. Eurofarmer has messaged me on Steam. because we are going to be getting a new player today at some point once he's figured out the downloading of all the mods and stuff. So yes, we're probably going to need to grab a... Well, now we should be able to. We should...
You are very loud.
We should... Am I?
Yeah.
Really, really loud?
I mean, louder than normal. Maybe there's some change in settings.
Loud? I'm louder than normal.
I mean, I can reduce your volume in Discord, but...
No, I need to have a look at that, because if I'm louder than normal in Discord, it means I'm probably louder than normal in everything.
I mean, it sounded okay in Twitch when I was listening to Twitch. Yeah.
Twitch is fine. Discord is too loud. Let me have a look. Ski. It's probably going to be my mixer setting somewhere. Better. It's B3, isn't it? Which is probably that one. If I lower that one by a touch, does that make
better?
That makes me go a little bit quieter. Yeah, it's my mixer settings. Still not quite perfect.
I bought the slurry spreader somehow, but it's not. It's gone. Did you delete it or sell it again, or
the slurry spreader?
Was it not? Yeah, was it not recognized by the game? Maybe. Well, I had it in the shop, and the shop was closed. So you forwarded time, and then
no, you bought the loading wagon.
Yes, but I also bought the slurry spreader.
Did you?
Because I wanted to do the slurry spreading, and then I said, where can I buy slurry? Well, I had the slurry a spreader. I drove with it on the map and checking where can I buy slurry.
That's weird then, because
but it's gone.
It's not saved then, obviously.
No.
Not saved you doing that. Because I've not advanced time. Time is as it was when I last played.
Okay.
When I'd done the lime spreading and everything. So I logged in the other day and you had bought the loading wagon, which was at the store.
Yeah, something was wrong. Then I had.
So obviously I slept through the night once I'd put the sleep trigger. I then went to the store, got the loading wagon. I collected the straw from the contract that you couldn't finish. And did get the straw sold, but I couldn't finish it, so I had to cancel the contract. Unfortunately, cancelling the contract, cancelling the harvest contract actually fined us $58,000. So I wasn't very happy about that. So I had to use the
58,000.
Yeah, that's what it basically took off of us for basically stealing the crops.
You can only get 5,000 for the contract.
Yeah, but it charged us for the crops because the game basically assumed we'd stolen the crops.
Oh.
So I had to do a little bit of an edit there to put the money back because I was like, I'm not paying 58 grand.
We didn't even get the crop.
Yeah, I'm not losing 58 grand because the harvest contracts don't work properly.
So you made straw paints.
So no, I did loose straw. I did the loading wagon.
These are decorations.
Yeah, they're just decorations in there. So I did the loose straw from your contract field, sold it. I harvested field 3, and then I collected the straw from that field as well, sold it, and then I did the soil sampling, and then I did the lime spreading, and that's as far as I've got. So if we need a slurry spreader,
where can you get the slurry from?
I believe you can get the slurry from wherever our field place is. Same place that we get the lime and seed and fertilizer from. So the farm supplies, the supply purchase point over here.
On our purchase point, okay.
You should be able to get manure and slurry from there. And
then let me get this slurry spreader. I thought about the Module 02 Joskin. It's a 12-meter slurry spreader with about 16,000 liters, and that's about 38,000 if you buy it as a used version.
Yeah, yeah, we don't, yeah, because again, getting in and out of fields can be a little bit tricky with some of these, with the narrow tracks and stuff on the field. So yeah, that sounds like a good purchase for me. You want to go for the Modulo 2 slurry spreader?
Yeah, I had this already, that's why.
I don't know if you noticed, I bought a different lime fertilizer spreader.
Yes, I saw that, yeah. Good.
It's a little bit bigger than the Sulky, but
yeah,
it will
capacity.
it will let you do manure as well. It's also a manure spreader.
Good.
So it's got good capacities. And it spreads at 32 meters, so very useful.
I mean, if you remove the lime, where does it go? In pallets.
Into a pallet.
I mean, if you want to put manure in, you need to remove the
Yeah,
pallet.
if I want to empty it, then it just unloads into pallets, same as everything else, so that's fine. There's Mr. Euro Farmer, if he has joined the farm, which he hasn't done yet.
Hello. Yeah, definitely need some plowing on new fields soon. When I started slurry spreading, I hope then it's a little bit nicer to look at when you see where you plowed. And I hope the line goes away with the slurry spreading. So precision farming has been removed by giants?
No, the map, the Chellington Valley map, has been removed by giants.
Okay. They are not happy about it?
Well, yes, there are some issues with the map, which we are noticing, and also there seems to be a bit of a behind the scenes issue between the map author and giants testers. Anyway, they seem to be having handbags with one another.
Handbags.
Because there was another map that was released today on the ModHub, and then it got pulled about an hour later. And apparently
They have a new tester.
apparently the version of this map that the map author was hoping to release on the consoles, giants have said they're not releasing it.
So it's the same author.
Yeah,
Oxygen David.
yeah. He obviously had to do a different version of this map for the console players because obviously the console limitations and stuff. So he had a separate version of this map for consoles. That map failed testing 3 times, and giants have turned around and said, we are not going to test the map again. We're not releasing it. Which has obviously ticked him off a bit.
So we need a third tractor then. Oh,
I'll see if he wants to do some harvesting.
is there some harvesting possible?
Yeah, field 27.
Okay.
So
Does he hear us, or do you have to type it?
I have to type it, unfortunately, to him. He doesn't use headphones or anything. He doesn't have any in-game communication. So we can only talk to him via the in-game chat.
So he's not watching Twitch or something?
No. Right, so you've got the slurry. I'm going to see if I can fill this with manure then, first of all. The only small problem I found with this spreading machine is it's got one of those weird axles on the front, which makes it very difficult to drive in reverse. So I have manure. And you will hopefully get some slurry.
Yeah, it looks like it. Perfect. Working.
Awesome.
Awesome sauce.
So hopefully if we can remove the lime from the fields. But it's good at least that these issues are coming to a light right now, and all this stuff's happening before we get like 200 hours into the map.
Yeah.
Because if the worst comes to the worst and I do have to remove the map, okay, we've only lost a little bit of progress.
I'm not sure if it's the map or is it precision farming that has this.
Well, the map issues are the map issues. The stuff with the textures is down to do with the map. Because people who aren't playing with precision farming are noticing the exact same issue. They're noticing the same thing, that stuff isn't working right. And Oxygen David's posted like, oh, if you're having problems with the fields and the textures, just plough them. That resets the status. Well, clearly, as we have seen, ploughing the field doesn't do anything to affect the status. So you've missed your turning, sir. You've missed your turning. You've missed your turning. It's behind you on the right. Yeah, the manure spreading is definitely getting rid of the lime, so you can see where the actual field is. So you'll be able to see where you've ploughed.
Ah, okay, there's the other field.
Yeah. You slurry spread that field, and then I'll manure spread this one, and yeah, I noticed that the manure and lime, you notice that when you're fertilizing that, it says applying optimum.
We first need to unfold the tool.
It's applying the optimum nitrogen for soil type.
How further can I unfold it?
Select the tool and unfold.
I have to. Yeah, I have to put it down. So I unfolded it. And then it says, no, you have to unfold it. Well, I have unfolded it, I just haven't lowered it. Yeah, it's working. And now I see that it is ploughed.
Okay, well, I've run out of manure. So I will head back to the farm. I'll drop this manure. I'll drop the manure spreader at the farm, and then I'll grab the trailer and go and provide some trailer service for Mr. Euro Farmer whilst he's doing the harvesting.
You see, there are some bits. Okay, when you stop and you still apply manure slurry. So that is, I'm not sure if that's precision farming like. There are still some patches with lime. I wonder why.
Probably because the nitrogen, if you're using the automatic nitrogen, it's probably already detected that the nitrogen levels in that spot are adequate, correct, for the soil type, maybe. So it won't let you over fertilize, will it? But you could always go over them.
Orangey yellowish, this thing.
You could always go over them manually later on and fill the spots in. We have trailer. Is that the trailer? No, that's the loading wagon. That's not the trailer. That's Mr. Helge's massive loading wagon that he bought. I'm sorry, but I had to take the windrow arms off of it because it kept getting stuck on everything as I was trying to drive it back to the farm. Yeah.
I thought they are without they are without any collision.
I don't know. When they were folded up, they kept getting stuck on everything. Maybe they only have... Maybe they only don't have collision when they're unfolded. But I kept getting stuck on, like, trees. It's like the trees kept grabbing the top of the thing as I was trying to drive past stuff, and I was like...
Oh, now it's yellow. Yeah, it's fine. The map. Before it was orangey, didn't do much. Not sure if it's because of the soil.
Yeah, it will put the
Yeah, it's the soil also.
yeah, it will apply the soil, it will apply the nitrogen level for the soil type, which is what makes the slurry manure digestate different from when you're doing like normal fertilizing.
I'm not yet around the field, and I'm at 26% fill level. Holy cow.
Because when you start doing the dry fertilizing and liquid fertilizing, that adjusts based on that adjusts its rate based on the crop type. Doesn't take notice of the soil type.
This is a lot of snow.
Keep popping wheelies. Yes, we're probably going to need more tractors now if there's more players. Do I get another big tractor or do I get a small tractor? That is the question. We're going to need one with skinny. We're going to need one with skinny wheels, aren't we?
Do we have to pull something with that requires a big tractor?
No, but I'm thinking we should maybe... well, the big tractor is the one that I'm obviously sat in. So for like ploughing and stuff, we've got the big tractor taken care of. Your tractor's kind of, I would say, a medium tractor. So perfect for pulling, loading wagons, trailers and stuff. I think we should maybe get a little tractor for
tipped it over.
Ought to maybe get some mowing units as well at some point. Because obviously we've got a lot of grass fields that are ready to mow and we're not currently doing out with those. I was thinking of getting a baler just to help. Because then we could do silage. We could do silage from the grass and sell that and make some money in this early part of the game.
Is the steering mode of this tractor changing, or every time you start the game? Or
yes, it resets, so you'll be on all-wheel steering.
Yeah, that's why I was doing the curve too quick and was tipping over.
So you can change it back to front-wheel steering if you like.
I did. But these are the things that I don't like in the game, because that should be saved, you know, your settings in the game.
Yeah, again,
maybe it's working in single player.
It works in single player, it doesn't work in multiplayer, because in multiplayer, every time the server restarts, it resets all the settings. So it resets all the vehicle steering and stuff. It's obviously annoying.
At least it's not so expensive, the slurry, 520 for filling.
Yeah, you might. I don't know if you can scroll across further. If you scroll across further at the sell point, I think you can buy digestate, which I think will
Is
be
that even less expensive?
which will that'll be even less expensive than slurry. Because digestate is like is dirt cheap in the game.
So is it worth doing it while in the middle of the field? Is it any changing? Oh my god, still tipping over in this front wheel drive. This tanker is a little bit tipsy. Maybe the tractor is a little bit quick.
Yeah, you need to slow down a bit.
Yeah, it's changing completely the amount of nitrogen depending on the ground. That's why it's now not taking that much slurry.
Yes. Yeah, it'll adjust it.
But the slurry is anyways it's used even though you are stopping, you're driving across a part that has been slurry spread already. It's still using slurry. Counter goes down. Yeah, this precision farming adds some functionality to the game. Yeah, it's nice.
He wants to unload. Get me manure spreader again. Return to the field. Oh dear.
I know what happens. When I was driving the first time, I probably was a little bit outside the field in the grass, and that's why it stopped spreading slurry. Yep, it is on the outside. I had to be careful.
Does it start detecting, like, does it start change and start applying the slurry to grass then?
It was probably the case that on the edge, because it left out some small areas where you still see the line, and that is now it's taking care of it, because when you make sure that the slurry spreader is not touching the outside of the field, But that was the case, I guess. I think.
So yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with this map. I don't know what's kind of happening with it, what the status will be, or what the outcome of today will be regarding Oxygen
Could be
David
sad
and
because,
Giants.
the map is really good.
Hmm.
No, I mean, if the issues are solved eventually. I mean, it's also new for him, this precision farming and stuff. Yeah. Oops.
Meow.
Wow, I'm almost empty again. Oh, no.
Does use a lot. Does use a lot of stuff.
Especially on parts of the on the lower left side of the field where it's a different soil. What is it? Soil types. Silty clay and loam.
Silty clay and loam. Yeah, silty clay is not great as far as yields. Loam is good. Loam's what you want.
But that's putting nitrogen on this area like crazy. Full empty again. I guess another 3 to 4 times I need to fill it.
Big ass field. Some of these fields.
Ooh, jumping. The tank is jumping up and down. Maybe I need to put more pressure into the tires. Where's the pneumatic pump?
But yes, it looks like if you want to remove lime from the field, you've got to spray over it with something else.
Put slurry in again. Hopefully next time I remember. Good to digest it.
I mean, to be fair though, $520 isn't a lot, is it? It's not a lot of money.
It's not about the money, but I want to try whether digestate is used as heavily as slurry. Maybe it's lasting a little bit longer.
Oh, I've run out of manure again. Well, I've only done 2 rows.
Can you imagine using a smaller tank or a smaller? I mean, the first option would have been to use the first tank option, but that is less than half the size.
Oh, and something else that I discovered the other night when I played. You can actually cause crop destruction on seeded fields in the first growth stage on this map. If you drive on the crops in their first growth stage, you do actually cause crop destruction on them.
But that's bad for fertilizing.
Yeah, which is why you need the skinny wheels. Which is why I've just bought that tractor with the skinny wheels.
But that is definitely a fault of the map then.
Well, no, because I think he's done stuff. Because there's a script in the map folder. When you go into the map, the zip file, he's actually got a script in there. Let me just have a quick look at it. What's it called? On the map, that is the map. Scripts. Fruit Destruction Reloaded. So I think he's got a script that changes the crop destruction system in the game. And allows crop destruction on everything at every stage. Well, because I assume he wants to make it like real life. He wants to make it super realistic and hardcore for everybody.
Then you can make these fertilizer lines, the tram tracks.
You'll just have to use a tractor with skinny wheels for fertilising once the crop's been planted.
Yeah, but not with your fertilizer, right?
No, you'd have to use the sulky for fertilising.
Yeah, so wheels.
Or you'd have to use a sprayer that has skinny wheels.
But the Bredal has no skinny wheels, right?
No.
Or is it Bredal?
The Bredal, famous Bredals. You're a farmer has left the server.
Why?
I don't know.
Is he a female character? Did you check? Did you check his?
He was playing as a dude.
Vital organs. Did you check his vital organs? Whether he's female or male? Is the field completed harvesting? Yeah, he's finished harvesting. And the harvester is sitting there on the field.
I'll retrieve that in a second.
Oh, maybe he's coming back soon.
So he's got a plot there.
So you're sure he's not a female character, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a male character because I saw him at the farm when he logged in. No, he's just messaged me on Steam to say just as he was emptying the trailer into the silo, he got disconnected.
Yeah, I read it on Twitch.
Oh, it showed it on Twitch, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Must be mindful of
All
that.
your secret information was now displayed.
Wheels are getting a bit...
Lag.
Wheels were going a little bit crazy on this then.
You're getting lag as well?
No, I wasn't getting lag, but the swivelly axle was swiveling all over the place. I've got to go a lot slower with this thing.
I'm getting some stuttering. But the milliseconds are okay. I'm just getting game stuttering. I don't know. Maybe it's stuttering to another map. Now, don't forget to use digesting. Don't forget to use digesting. Don't forget to use...
Don't forget to use the digesting. Yeah, well, and the annoying thing I found with this spreader as well was that although I've got the trailer axle block mod installed, it doesn't seem to work with this machine. It only seems to actually work with trailers. So, it's a little
Let's
bit.
see how much we save. It's cost the same.
So slurry and digestate has the same price. Oh, interesting. I wonder if Stevie set it up like that on purpose. Otherwise, people would have just used digestate, because digestate's like 0.909 or something normally as a price, as a fill type. It's a lot cheaper than slurry. And we've got our PS3.
So the whole field looks like plowed.
Yeah, this field is a little bit like field 1. If you remember, field 1 started off looking like it was ploughed, but it was showing up on the map as needed ploughing. So you just gotta go over it again.
Does it change textures of the snow?
No, it won't remove the texture of the slurry, as it's not removing the texture of the manure for me, but it's at least showing me that I'm ploughing. It is changing
a little bit.
It's changing the ground type, but you can still see the manure in the plough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only going to be an issue this one time, because then obviously it's just the way that field 2 has been started out on the map, because it didn't have any crops or oat planted on it. It's just got...
If it's only the one time, that's fine.
Yeah, the next time, once you've grown a crop on it and you come to plough it, the texture will change. Obviously, like it is on this field for me. It's changing from the harvested texture to the plough texture as I'm ploughing. That's fine, I can see it. I can see where I've been. It's just the fields that start looking like they've been ploughed, but in the menu haven't been ploughed. They're just the ones where you're just going to have a little bit of an issue first time round. Again, it's something I could have fixed with the easy dev command tool, but I didn't want to take the risk of ending up with really wonky looking fields if the field definitions aren't set up right.
Yeah, if it's only the first time, it's fine.
I did a video yesterday on a map did a map like first look video on a map that's a 16x map, and the first thing I noticed on that map was the field definitions are the map author just hasn't bothered. he's just not bothered setting up field definitions on all the fields.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck that. 16x map with 16x times fields. Yeah, not a map that I'd be playing anytime in the future. 16x map. It has too much missing from it for a start. There's no like BGA on it. It doesn't support animals. There's nowhere you can get fuel for your vehicles once you've run out of fuel. There's nowhere to buy fuel on the map. There's no like fuel stations. I'm like, there's a bit of a problem here. 16x map, there's a heck of a lot of driving between place and place, and there's no way for me to... So every time I run out of fuel, I've got to sell the vehicle and buy a new one. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That's well thought out by the map author.
I didn't understand that. I created a map. I have no idea about the game, but I created one anyway.
Well, that's the thing. There's like all the he's got all these like sheds all over the map, obviously, because it's a 16x map. Near some fields, he's placed like sheds as decoration, but you can't use them because you can't open the doors. So you can't get inside them. It's like, well, it's really nice that he's put sheds on the map.
Oh, look, I see the train. Do you see the train?
No, no train for me. I can see at the minute. Is it the steam train? Is it the Scotsman or is it the high speeder?
It's a green Scotsman steam train.
It's the steam train.
It's typical multiplayer issues, right? Where one sees the train.
One player sees the train, the other player doesn't. Yeah, the way the multiplayer syncs the traffic and stuff.
It's for everyone individual, depending when you join the server.
Yeah. That's what happened all the time on that county lines map we played. Yeah, I'd be driving across the railway track and get run over by the train because I couldn't see it. Couldn't see the train.
Maybe the first one who's on the map decides.
The first player that logs in gets to see the train. Everybody else doesn't get to see it. So how come you're the one seeing the train when I was the first one to log in?
So Eurogame are trying to join me again? Or maybe not.
I don't know.
Or it was the last time we saw of him.
Could well be. I've downloaded the map, I've got the mods, that's it, I'm going to do a runner.
Well, I tried.
Did you see the,
So
the announcement?
There's no difference.
I added to. Did you see the announcement I added to the Discord announce section today?
About the DLC,
yeah. I'm not convinced by it.
By what?
The potato.
By the potato harvester.
The potato pack. It looks like really small equipment. Which, from my experience of doing potato harvests, is you don't need small equipment. You need big capacity equipment for potatoes, because they yield loads.
Yeah.
And like if you're doing potato seeding, you need a seeder that has loads of seed capacity in it, because you use tons of seed when planting potatoes.
Yeah.
So a potato.
Otherwise, you end up doing potato fields around your farm.
So
where you have access to seeding and free.
A potato seeder that holds 1,000 litres of seed just isn't going to cut it. It isn't going to work for me, because I'll be forever driving backwards and forwards to refill it.
Except you are masochistic.
I mean, I see the point. It gives players more options. It gives them things to do. For me, I just don't see why you would charge people for DLC that's smaller and less useful than the stuff that's already available for free in the game.
I mean, if they are putting out a new game next year or this year, then all the DLCs are gone, right? Can't use them anymore. I mean, what I like with Chellington World, they made a new Chellington World 2 with new programming features and possibilities, and they eventually transfer all the DLCs you had on Chellington World 1 to Chellington World 2. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Except that for this farm simulator, the DLCs are not that expensive overall. Maybe you spend another 60, 70 bucks in total. Not 500.
Well, I imagine the next farm sim game, Giants will do like they did with
the same thing
FS19. All the DLC stuff that was in FS17, they either put in FS19 from the start, or they released it on day one as free mods, like the big buds. So all the stuff we've had DLC for FS19, that will likely already be in FS21 or whatever it is, whatever they decide to call the next game, or it will be day one ModHub downloads. Depends if they have the licenses.
What I see now is, if you check where I am, you still see the line on the field as a texture, but it has been fertilized on the map.
Okay.
So there are no stripes on the map, but just the texture.
So there's a few little.
Because I'm overlapping with the grass.
Yeah.
So now I'm going again about it without touching the grass, and the texture is gone of the line. And that's quite funny. Here, train. That's the high-speed train, or the intercity.
I still don't see it. I'm not allowed to see trains.
You don't see any trains. I haven't seen any train yet. Jesus Christ. It's back. It's coming back. Go away. Go away, slurry. Slime. Jeez. Yeah, it stops slurry application when you have done it before. Takes a little bit, but it stops. Where do you want to put the crop into? Is the tractor still there with a running engine?
Put it in the silo. It'll go into the silo. Just for now, whilst I'm trying to sort everything out. I'll need to go gather up all the straw in the field as well. Sadly, there is nowhere for us to store straw at the farm. So any straw that has to be picked up, that we pick up at the minute, we just have to sell. There's no way we can keep it anywhere.
The silo placement is also very clever. You have to reverse into it.
Yeah, you can't drive through.
That's really not good. No. It's okay, but is this the first Fendt? First Fendt tractor.
Yeah, it'll let me have skinny wheels on it.
It's the old tractor was with skinny wheels.
Well,
No.
it's the largest tractor that will let me put skinny wheels on it. It's the largest tractor that will let me have skinny wheels.
And the JCB looks pretty much like skinny wheels already.
No, you can actually get skinnier wheels on the JCB. On your JCB. You can have narrows on it. Yeah, you can modify it and have narrows. Good afternoon, Jacob. Right, this field looks like it's ploughed. Hello, ModHub. Hello, Nub.
There's a little spot in the middle bottom and the top left. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
It's unbelievable.
Must be getting it now. No, apparently not.
Field issue. No, you don't get it.
Is it gone?
No, maybe you can reload. Yeah, it's gone. Yep.
So, find the other spot and go over it with the crate field tool optional.
Fields, really? Ah, okay. So
It might be a green spot like on the other field. On field 1 where we had them little green spots, you remember?
Yeah, go down, Fred. Switch it on now. Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's a goner.
It's gone.
You can leave the plow there and then I can plow my field.
Okie dokie. Bring the harvester back. As soon as Mr. Eurofarmer is going to be returning later on this evening. He has some other things to do now. He just wanted to test if he could join okay.
Okay.
He can, so he'll be able to play more at a later time, which is fair enough.
Is he from the UK as well?
No, I'm sure he's from your neck of the world. Or he might possibly be Dutch. I think, maybe.
So he's from Germany in the year 1944. The borders from 1944. Oops.
Helgi's running off with his tractor. Where's he going?
Plowing.
I've left my tractor there with the plough. Because it's the big tractor, which is useful for doing ploughing. I will use this tractor, if I may, to do the straw collecting.
Perfect. I thought you'd just leave the plough.
No, I wouldn't be so cruel as to just leave a plough and then have you trying to plough with a tiny tractor. You might as well have the powerful tractor. He's not from Neverland, Jacob. That's where Peter Pan and Tinkerbell are from.
Who?
Jacob says he's from the Netherlands. Well, the Netherlands is a make-believe place where Peter Pan and Tinkerbell live. And Captain Hook.
Yeah. Who is from the Netherlands? Me? No.
No, I think Eurofarmer. Sure it is. Sure he's from that part of the world. I know he's from one of the places that has good English. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Where they are good English speakers.
In the Netherlands, they speak good English, yeah? Or Scandinavia. The problem is that you're getting lazy when they dubbed all the movies into German. They don't learn English. And that's what they don't do in the Netherlands because it's so expensive. And they are not having the same population than Germany. That's why. So once you are fed up with reading the subtitles, then you learn English. Or learn English while reading the subtitles as well.
Ah. I don't like movies with subtitles because then it forces me to put my glasses on to watch it. Because I've got to be able to read. And I find if I'm sat there reading subtitles, I'm not really watching what's happening in the film. I'm only focused on that bottom strip of the screen. I'm not actually focusing on the whole... I'm not seeing everything that's going on.
Especially when you have German subtitles in English movies, because the English language is much quicker with less words and shorter words than the German language. So the subtitles are much longer and it's hardly enough time to read them. So it's a big issue.
Yeah, they flash across the screen quite quick, I imagine. Or you end up with dialogue that's several scenes behind. You're still waiting for the subtitles to catch up. What have we done today then? Not a lot really. We've just manure and slurry spread 2 fields. Euro farmer harvested this one. Mr. Helgi's now doing a bit of ploughing on the fields he's just slurry spread, and then we'll be we'll be doing some seeding on those 2 fields then. This field will be soil sampled, and then this field probably needs to be ploughed. And everything. And then looking at the finance situation, probably need to grab a mower and baler.
Contract.
Not to do a contract. Well, yes, they would be useful to use on contracts without leasing fees, but we've got so many grass fields. We've got light field.
Oh, we don't have a mower yet, yeah?
Yeah, we don't have a mower yet, but we've got field 120 sat there ready to mow, and field 36, which we could be producing some nice silage bales or something on, which could make us a nice bit of money. Because unfortunately as well on this map, you can't sell straw at the BGA. The BGA will not buy straw, so we've lost one money-making method that we like to use and employ. But as far as my day in general goes, I've managed to record 2 farming sim videos today. One of which I have rendered, which will be uploaded probably tonight, which will then probably go live on the YouTube channel Thursday morning. And then I'll have another video to render and upload, which might possibly be Friday morning, or possibly Saturday morning. Had a phone call with a doctor this morning in regards to maybe looking at starting up some physio again soon. I need to ring someone tomorrow and have another talk with someone else tomorrow, and then possibly look at making an appointment for that tomorrow. Had quite a long telephone interviewee thing on Monday, which I've been waiting for since August. So I'm pleased they're on the ball and prompt and on time. Racing Otter 67, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel, Racing Otter. Shoot maker. Get this, we'll get all this lovely straw collected.
Schroedelikker. Might be Dutch.
I don't know if you've noticed as well, but when you look at a field that's been harvested, have you seen this, the funny pattern it puts on the field? It's all lines all over it.
Yeah, funny.
I think that's crop destruction, because I think you do like the little Like the little stalk things that are still sticking up all over the field. If you drive over those, they do disappear. So I think it's like registering like the crop destruction of the old stalks.
Yeah, it says harvested and nothing. What is it? It's a mixture between harvested and nothing.
Mm. Well, it's got all the stalks.
But again, I mean, why has Giants that not registered things like that when they tested the map before uploading it? Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's a very similar system to when you do the cotton harvesting and that. How the cotton shows as harvested, but then if you drive over the cotton field and damage the harvested plants, you end up with lines all over the field. A very similar thing. These stalks. Because once I drive over them, it disappears off. Yeah. It disappears off the map. It doesn't show as harvested anymore.
Yeah, you do crop destruction on the stalks. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what's registered.
Let's get some stalk stompers. Right, that's all the straw. I now need to see where I'm selling it. Meadow Valley Farm Barn. That is right the way down the bottom of the map. Pretty sure. Somewhere. Right down in the bottom corner.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's why when I did the straw off field 3, I went to the sawmill instead because it was closer. I was like, I don't care if the price is $10 different. It's closer. I'm going to the one that's closest. But weirdly, the map I was playing on this morning that I was recording videos on, that was super annoying because that showed me sell points that were going to buy straw and grass and hay and stuff. But then when I got there, it wouldn't buy them if they were in bales. It would only buy them if they were loose. So of course, on this particular map, I thought I won't bother with a loading back wagon to start with. I'll get a baler first. And now I can't sell any of my bales because the sell points don't have bale triggers.
So why is it that fields like 40, 42, 43 have these red lines around it that says plowing required? Because they are the AI farmers farm the fields, but the plowing is still a little bit larger, or?
Possibly. It's also possibly due to the fact that those fields are grass, which means they've probably not been ploughed properly. They've started out as grass fields on the map, and until somebody ploughs them and does all the... They probably don't have very good field definitions, I would say, set up. Where a human player would go around and plough the whole field, but the AI farmer's only going to plough the definition. So if the definitions don't go all the way to the edges of the field, you end up with the AI missing bits.
So it looks the map is actually an area that is existing, right? It's like a GPS map.
Possibly. Possibly. I know Oxy tends to do that with his UK maps, uses real locations. And then he takes
tell you where it is.
He then takes a bit of artistic license with a few things on the map. Which way am I going? I'm at that road there, so I need to follow this road. And take the straw all the way down. I think the straw is next to that field that I did that fertilizer contract on. I'll open the mini map a bit bigger while I'm driving.
Yeah, 82 or 85 you did. I think 82.
82. Yeah. 40 it rang a bell.
Just press N. When you press N, it's automatically driving you there. Oh no, that was codling crabs. It's a good thing on codling crabs that you press N.
Then it automatically drives to your waypoint, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong turn. Should have kept going.
That would be much more work now for the map designers to define all these roads, you know.
Oh yeah, to set up the AI system, make the AI system compatible with every mod map for the auto driving and
for driving onto
the
helpers
and
the field. Holy shit. Well, in principle, that's something that's what you do for the what's it called? Cosplay.
Yeah.
Same what you have to do.
Road, turn right. Keep going, and then turn right again a little bit later.
Be right back.
So there should be a straw sell point somewhere in this area. You have to reverse in there. Okay.
Oh, my wife is complaining about her computer speed. Everything takes so long. Internet issues.
She's trying to upload 500 gigabytes of presentations again.
I don't know.
Because that'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, her Mac is fast enough, it should handle it.
It's like the other day I was wondering why my PC was being quite slow and while I was having internet issues. And of course, since I rebooted my computer, OneDrive has been trying to download 476,000 files again back to my PC that were backed up on the old one. And I was like, yeah, I really don't need you to be downloading 476,000 files whilst I'm using the computer. You could wait till I'm asleep and do that, OneDrive. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I was almost tempted just to tick the box anyway now because I've got these new super duper high capacity M.2 drives that I've got Windows on. I was tempted just to tick the box that says just keep the files on this computer.
Yeah.
You know, stop doing that thing where you upload them and delete them and then download them when I next come to use them because you think it's helping me save space. Don't need to save space anymore, so just leave the files on the computer. Yes, upload them and store a backup on the OneDrive. Keep the files backed up on there, but don't delete them off the PC. Because I noticed like, a couple of yesterday and also today when I opened up some of my templates in Sony Vegas, some of my video templates, it's causing Vegas to crash because it's trying to download OneDrive is having to download files again that it's deleted that Vegas is looking for, and it's like just leave them on the computer, OneDrive, stop deleting them because Vegas is always going to need to call on them whenever I open up those templates. But I might not be using those templates every single day because, you know, how often do I do a map first look video type thing or a map review? Not very often. It's not really my cup of tea because there are other YouTubers that do map videos that tend to do it better than me, and you know, they tend to be more famously known for doing that kind of content. So yeah, I would rather just
not better, but with a wider audience.
Yeah, for me, I would rather focus on the playing of the game. Why I don't do videos reviewing every single mod that releases, because again, there are other people that already do that who have a bigger audience than me. So once you've watched it from them, you're probably not going to watch me covering the same mods and doing the same reviews, so I don't bother doing reviews. But I do play the game a lot. And we do play multiplayer a lot and do live streams.
Yep.
So if you just like to see people playing the game, then yeah, watch me. I play the game. Lots of gameplay. Oh, you stupid cement mixer. You drove into me. Right, so that's the straw dealt with and sold. Don't think it made us a lot of money. Whiz this back to the
So you are almost the same as in-game, huh? Time.
Yeah, very nearly. Pretty much. Yeah.
Now I take the plow and drive all around all the fields on this map.
Plow all the fields.
Because I hate the red lines around it.
Plow all the fields.
Just buy all the fields, then I plow it, and then then you can sell all the fields again.
Trouble is, again, once the AI plant the fields, they won't plant all the way to the edges. So eventually it'll get to the stage where it'll have the opposite effect. The edges of the field will be fine, but then the middles of the field will say they need ploughing.
Well, eventually they will plough them.
Because the AI will never ever touch the outsides of the fields. Samples.
You need to take samples.
Oh, has this field been done?
Yes, 27, 25 are done. Yeah.
Oh, in that case then, I won't bother taking samples. Is that because you drove around the outside of the field?
Yeah, yeah.
And were able to sample it
That
without
was
driving on it?
27, yeah. That's why 28 is half done.
It's fine.
You collected the straw?
Yes, collected the straw and I've sold the straw.
And now it needs plowing. Well, I can do the plowing.
If you're happy to do that.
Field 27.
You're not bored of ploughing already?
Like,
Right, I want then a mowing unit thingy, me jiggy.
or do we do some slurry thingy first? Before the plowing? Or after the plowing?
Well, lime, you could lime and slurry, yes. Because that field, with it being harvested texture, you'll be able to see where you're ploughing after then anyway. It will, the texture of the field will definitely change. It's not like field 2, where field 2 was already showing us having the ploughed texture even though it needed ploughing, which was causing the problem where you couldn't see where you were going.
So
Field 27 will do what will basically look the same as field 3 did for me. Once I start ploughing, I'll see the you'll see the plough marks. Well, you could plough it first, then lime spread it, and then slurry it.
So plough it first, it's also possible.
Yeah, plough it first if you want. You'll definitely see it then. And then you can, like I say, then you could lime spread it after. And then slurry it, or digestate it, or manure it, whichever you fancy doing. And then obviously we can then seed it. I'm going to run down to the farm, grab myself a mower and probably a baler, I think. I'll get one with a wrapper to save me a bit of time. Rosie and Jim, Rosie and Jim. Hello, Chellingtonians. I'm privileged you let me into your town. I am a most welcome visitor. I'll slow down for the speed camera so as not to get fined again. It's better. Pay out another $12 today already for getting flashed. Yeah, make sure I don't get any more speeding tickets. Yeah, Jacob's got that one noted. Yeah, I will not get any more speeding tickets today. I'll be extra careful. Right, balance. Might have to get the mod map on. All different foil colours. Let's go for. It's going to be easily vigable. How much is the fine? Well, the fine depends on how much over the speed limit you are. The faster you're going, the more you get fined.
Oh, it's cheap.
I was lucky enough that I wasn't speeding too much earlier, so I only got fined $12, but the other night when I was playing, I got a couple of $100 fine because I was going really fast. Well, I didn't think I was going really fast. I was only doing like 40 kilometers an hour or so, which I thought was acceptable.
Should be.
I need to back the tractor up because it can't detect the mower. There we go. Oh, I'll mow some grass now then.
That's a big mower.
Might have to download and add that little self-propelled John Deere one that was released on the ModHub a couple of days ago. That's quite a nice little mower. It's a bit like that Forschritt one that we have used before.
Mm-hmm.
For some weird reason though, they call it a windrower. And I was looking at it and thinking, oh, once you've like mowed a field, you drive around the field with this and it windrows. But no, it's an actual mower. Automatic.
Mower.
It puts the grass into windrows as it mows. But I thought, oh, I can just use that for driving around on, you know, fields to put stuff into windrows like straw or hay or grass. No, it's a mower. Why they don't call it a mower, I don't know. Again, whether it's a lost in translation type thing between the mod author who made the mod and the English speaking world.
A mower windrow.
Right, now I've got to try and remember, where do I go to get into the grass field? This one. I think if I remember right, I've got to drive through field 26, haven't I? To get to field at 120.
To go to field 8, you have to go through field 5 and 3. To go to field 7, you have to go through field 4 and 3.
That's not right. That's no, that's not right. That's not right. Let's get out of there. No, I don't have to go through field 26 to get to field 120. At all. There should be a gate into 120. I have to go through field 120 if I want to get to field 25. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so I'm making wet grass windrow apparently.
How do you do that?
Because I appear to be mowing the grass that's not dry.
And you're baling it at the same time?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that wraps the bales fairly quickly.
Ah, you make signage.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye, bale.
Well, you can't miss this color.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling,
Yeah,
rolling,
collected at
rolling,
one
rolling.
place.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, as long as you don't turn too severely, the baler is about the same width as the mower. So it's actually able to pick up the windrow. As you're going, which is fine. I just don't know where my bales are. Oh, there's one in the road now, look.
Is there any traffic here?
Yeah, there's a tractor driving all over my bales.
Where's it going? Is there traffic on the road?
Yeah, traffic's on.
Or is there traffic on this road?
It sometimes is. A bit random. The traffic doesn't tend to use the roads randomly on this
There are
map.
bales all over the roads. Yeah, all the
Yeah.
roads over here. That's not good. Yeah, the collector.
I haven't bought a trailer yet. I didn't know whether to go for a regular auto-load trailer or go for one of the actual bale stacker collector things. I think an auto-load trailer would be more useful.
I mean, because we do square bales and round bales, or?
Because we could do square bales, round bales, we can then move pallets with it as well. Can't we? That's the one advantage of an auto-load trailer has. And there are some in the store that you can pull with a tractor, which don't require a truck, in the trailer section. Although there are also some auto-load trailers that come with the truck already attached. I can't remember whether they're in the truck section or in the trailer section. But you do have to remember when you're buying the trailer to configure it with the auto load option enabled. Otherwise it will come without it.
I think I buy a medium size, right? 20 round bales.
I need to eject the bale. Look at it, bales are everywhere. What giants should fix this to stop bales from rolling around on the map? Well, that was in one of their like first updates for the game.
I'm getting stuttering when I'm driving here.
Stuttering, stuttering, stuttering.
But my milliseconds are perfect, you know. Not sure whether this is the map or something else. I have 60 frames.
Yeah, I'm getting good frame rate on this map. But then I've not really, I don't think I've messed with my graphics settings since reloading my PC, so I might not be using extras, draw distance and stuff. And I might be using the narrow circle option.
I'm also not ultra wide. How much is the ticket for 65 kilometers per hour?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not getting there to the speed command. Just driving to the shop. And hopefully it's still open just before 6 o'clock.
Oh
When
yeah,
does it close?
the time.
When does it close?
I thought possibly
8 o'clock?
5 o'clock. If it was
Still
UK
open.
times.
Still open.
Still open.
Where does it say? Can I see that anywhere?
No. Unless there's a sign on the door or something of the shop.
No. Mustn't.
Just assume it's UK trading hours. I wonder if it closes early on a Sunday. Because of that. I wonder if the modern map maker's been able to go into that much detail. That the shop doesn't open before 10 o'clock and closes at 4 on a Sunday. Well,
What
that's...
size are the bales? 1.1 meter?
No, 1.3 I think it should be. They're not the super tiny ones from the straw harvester. See, they're the regular game bales, so I think they're 1.3.
We'll see.
You need to actually check if they are actually silage inside them. I don't have to wait several days for them to turn into silage or something stupid. While that one's wrapping, let me do the old yeah, that's fine, that's showing me. Silage 8,000 litres, that's fine then, so yeah. If I mow and wrap wet grass, it does turn it into silage straight away. Good. Warning, Mr. Helgi is reversing. Warning, Mr. Helgi is reversing. Warning, Mr. Helgi is reversing. Beep, beep, beep.
Is it beeping on your side? I
No.
didn't hear any beeping.
No, it's not beeping. I'm just doing the beeping manually to warn everyone that you are reversing and driving through hedges.
I can. Yes, I can. Oh, you're missing some grass. It's
Yeah, I'll pick it all up in a little bit.
just park it down here and then the bales roll to it.
Bales roll and auto load into it, yes. Who did that the other day? Who was showing? Oh, that might have been Mr. CDP when he was doing his mod review of the stationary baler. He positioned the stationary baler in such a way that as the bales were ejected off of it, they rolled down a ramp to an auto load trailer. Got scooped up automatically. I did agree with him in that video that it's an interesting concept for a mod, having a stationary baler. However, it kind of falls down a little bit when, if you're doing grass and stuff, you have to keep manually jumping in to unload the bales from the back. It doesn't just keep chucking bales out automatically. It doesn't automatically unload a bale, which seems a bit...
The lime is in the machine or the manure? If I find it.
In the red machine, it should be. It's probably got manure in it still.
Where is it?
It's parked next to the lime silo. Just round the corner from the filling, the Stevie's filling silo thing. It's probably still got a little bit of manure in it.
It's more than half full.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can empty manure out of it.
Well, I can.
Can you? Can you unload the manure?
By fertilizing manure on the field.
Yeah, I don't think you can unload manure into pallets somehow. I don't think it lets you do that. Tactical Waffle, hello. Hello, Tactical Waffle. Never encountered a Tactical Waffle before in my life. But then I generally don't eat a lot of waffles. Not my cup of tea, really. Not my cup of tea.
Oh, it's no cup of tea, it's a waffle.
Bird's eye potato waffles, waffly versatile. That's about the only thing I remember in the adverts that used to be on telly when I was a kid. Bird's eye potato waffles, waffly versatile. What's so versatile about a waffle?
Yeah.
Really, what else can you do with a waffle?
So again, we are coming to the point where we find out that you are storing in your brain only use very.
My brain only stores you important information like old TV adverts.
Important information.
Yeah, it only installs important stuff. It's his old gamer tag from about 15 years ago.
Essential stuff.
He needs to change it. I had that problem for many years on PlayStation. I could not change my PlayStation network name because PlayStation didn't allow you to change your PlayStation network name for ages. And I was stuck with a gamer tag that was A, far too long to ever be useful to anyone, and it was completely irrelevant because it made far too many references to a past life. So when Sony finally allowed me to change my PSN name, I was very happy, because I was able to make it the same as my current game tag I use everywhere, on every platform, for brand recognition.
Okay, I have a new likable toy in this game. A manure spreader.
Yeah, you're gutted that this map isn't coming to console. Yeah, I've heard some strange stuff today about this map, and the fact that it's also been removed from the ModHub for PC players does not bode well. I don't know what that means, because I know there's definitely some issues on this map that it definitely needs an update, but whether we're ever going to get an update now, I don't know. I don't know. Seems like Oxygen David has fallen out with Giants, or vice versa, whichever way around it goes.
It's a nice map.
Isn't
If it has issues, I mean the issues are not that big that we see at the moment.
As long as we can work around whatever problems we encounter, like with the ploughing and the lime, it's not too bad. I mean, we found a solution. Is it ideal? Maybe not, but at least we can resolve it.
We still have manure, huh? What is on field 25? Is there any growth? Because it doesn't look like it. Oh, there is some. So if I drive across this first growth stage, it makes crop destruction?
Yeah.
I'll try.
You can try.
Just on one edge. It does do crop destruction, you see.
There's definitely been some weird stuff happening today with Giants and the ModHub. Because earlier on today they posted a map from Lancy Boy, which was supposed to be for console only, but they posted it for PC and Mac. It wasn't available to console players at all. And then Lancy Boy noticed it and pulled it down because he was like, it's not even the right version for PC, so why would you have released it? So he was a bit confused by that. Because I was a bit surprised because I saw this Oak Hill map appear on the ModHub this morning. I downloaded it, and then like an hour later it had gone. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I posted on Giants Forum's what's happened with this map, because the last thing I want to do is have a look at a map that, you know, as far as I knew, like, as far as I was thinking, maybe the map had got like some serious errors or issues, and that's why it had been removed. And I was like, the last thing I want to do then is look at a map that's got massive errors on it, that's going to need an update, and you're going to have to start a new save and that kind of thing. But as it is, it turns out it should never have been released anyway, because it wasn't for PC. It was the console version of the Oak Hill map. And as is the case, he wants the PC version passed and released first to get feedback from the PC people before he then goes and releases the console version, because then he can make any changes. But yeah, well, I know Giants have implemented this new 3 strikes policy. So if a map author or mod author submits a map 3 times and it fails, then Giants will refuse to test it after that and won't accept it. So, you know, if Oxy did forget to remove something and it failed a 3rd and final time, unfortunately, he's, you know, that's
screwed.
He's screwed. Yeah, he's made the mistake there. He's made the mistake, and it's been quite costly in that regard. Then, but yeah, I would think on console the brands would definitely be removed. All the shops in the town would have to be renamed, because you can't have the Coca-Cola machines and stuff like that are everywhere, and you can't have the Spa and all these brand names on all the shops in the town, the village. So those would have to be changed in the map. I don't know if there's any equipment issues with Brands, because I don't think he's using any equipment that isn't already in the game, is he? All the edited equipment that he's done is just using base game stuff. As far as I could tell, like the mowers.
So do you want to sell the bales? And
Yeah.
if yes, where?
We want to sell the bales, and the silage bales want to be sold at the biogas plant. Or Chellington Farm Barn, if it's relatively a lot closer. Why does copyright happen on console but not PC? Find that a bit weird. That's because Sony and Microsoft. It's because the terms and conditions that Sony and Microsoft lay out for the consoles, you cannot put any content on the console on either Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network that you do not have ownership and permission for. So if you do not have a license to use a brand name or a company name, that is why. That is why mods have to be changed on the consoles. And that's why some mods don't come to consoles, because Giants don't own the licensing for those particular brands. Which is why a lot of mods and stuff get rebranded to the Lizard brand for console release, because that's Giant's own made-up brand. Oh, I'm not mowing, am I? It's a bit silly of me. I turned the mower off. Whilst I was unloading, and I forgot to switch it back on again. It's also why some mod groups, like for example Custom Modding, when they release their mods, they release a completely separate version of their mod on their Facebook page for PC players to download, because they can put more stuff in that than they can the ModHub versions, because again, licensing and branding and stuff. So for example, on like their John Deere like tractors and stuff, they'll have different wheel brands, far more different wheel brands on the version that you download from their Facebook page as opposed to the ModHub. Even for the PC players that download the mod via the ModHub, they will get different generic sort of Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas wheel brands, but if you download it from their Facebook page, you get all like the proper like Firestone brands and things like that.
Michelin is the brand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a brand that Giants do have a license for.
But also Trelleborg, I think, is a brand.
You've never thought of doing grass work like that with the mower on the front and baler on the back? I haven't really before, but I figured I would give it a try just to see if it was going to save me a bit of time, because obviously I just wanted to see if it was possible, because when we did a baling contract the other day on the map, and they wanted hay bales, and we found we was having, well, Mr. Helgi found he had to drive around the field about 4 times with the tedder, because it wouldn't, because it would only change the grass a tiny little bit. It's like to go from grass to hay, you had to do like 4 passes, and every time you went round the field the grass changed colour a little bit but still wasn't hay. And I wanted to see if I was going to have the same problem with trying to do silage, whether if we mowed grass and just baled it straight away, whether it would do silage bales. Thankfully, it seems to work okay with silage. So I would definitely say if there's any silage contracts on the map, definitely have at them. Because you can mow and bale and get paid. What I find really weird as well, driving past field 25, why does it look like there's no crop on field 25 when it's next to you?
Yeah.
But in the distance, there's loads of... There's loads
the
of...
same. Yeah, I thought, why is that? Yeah, looking from out above. Yeah,
Look,
looking from a little bit.
that to me it seems like a back to front texture. He's got the texture loaded back to front there. Because the crop should obviously be, you would think, be more visible the nearer it is to you. The closer it is.
Where do I find silage in this selling stuff? I don't find it.
It's next to grass. It's next to the grass.
Next to the grass.
It's the lovely little purple hill with the little lines across it.
Ah, okay.
Next to the wood chips.
Biogas is the most expensive, right?
Yeah. I'm probably going to slip. I'm
But
gonna,
I can sell that biogas.
yeah, you can sell the silage there. There should be a tip trigger in front of the hopper. I'm hoping you don't have to conveyor belt the bales, because that would be annoying. I couldn't tell whether there was a tip trigger, because obviously when I went there with a straw, it doesn't accept straw. So I wasn't able to see whether it was the biogas plant lets you just tip stuff, or whether you have to flipping load it with a bucket and shovel and tip it in.
Well, I guess the plastic will clog their system. The plastic wrapping.
Plastic wrapping.
Oh! Jesus. I lost all the bales. And the traffic is in the way. Now I have bales next to... next to the autoloader.
Did they jump off the trailer?
Yeah.
That must be the save kicking in then.
Yeah.
Although the game didn't freeze for me.
But I'm not getting all the bales. They are next to the truck now.
Telephone.
Come on. Yeah, that's right. Wrong connection.
Wrong number.
Yeah, that's a company phone, yeah. And some people see I'm making a traffic jam now. Because not all the bales are on the, I mean, I don't see them. They are all on the loader. 18. So I'm driving to the, if traffic allows, I'm driving to the biogas.
This baler.
See if I can get that.
This baler can collect and wrap at the same time. However, what it doesn't do is it doesn't automatically unload the wrapped bale, which means it then stops picking up. If I just carry on driving, I won't be picking up any grass, and so I've got to keep stopping to unload the
to do the wrapping.
do the wrapping and then unload the bale. I mean, whilst it's wrapping the bale, I can carry on. But then I then need to get that. I need to get that bale out of the way, ready for the next one.
So where do I drop this? See, the biogas is closed.
Closed. Must be 6 o'clock then, when all the shops shut. Can't manually open the gate. You can't go up to the gate and hit circle to open it. Because I did that at the shop.
I don't have a circle on my controller.
Or B then.
Ah, it works. Open gate. Hey. Ah.
Yeah, I did that at the shop when they locked you out of the shop with the loading wagon. I was like, nope, I'm not having that. Open gate. Hit the button. I was like, you've got my equipment in there. And I want it back.
I guess it's not working. Hold on.
So yeah, I can collect while I'm wrapping, but as soon as that bale has finished wrapping, I need to eject it. Otherwise it'll stop the next one from coming out. And then it will stop picking up any grass.
Is it selling?
You won't tell from the biogas plant until midnight, will you? Won't get paid till midnight. We do own the land that the biogas is on, so we should get paid for it.
I still see some bales on my auto now. And I see a bale lying on the turn on. Turn off.
I see, I didn't eject the bale. Now I've got all this grass.
Oh my god. Maybe the biogas is full? Huh? Yep, it's 50,000, it's full.
Oh. Oh, you... So the biogas has the scum. This map has got a limit on the BGA then. Oh.
That's why I couldn't put any more
I bet it doesn't process very quickly. I bet it's not got like fast processing. It probably takes hours.
It's not even half the bales. I still have 12 bales on me.
Bring them back. Bring them back to the farm and sell them at our farm sale. Because you could be waiting at that BJ for ages to process.
That's such a small BGA.
He's probably just using the Giant's default. Oh, the Giant's default BGA only has like a 50,000 litre capacity. It's pathetic when you're trying to do sell silage and stuff, because you obviously have hundreds of thousands of litres normally.
Yeah, this is standard then.
And I think it only processes something like 10 litres per second as well, which again, process 50,000 litres will take it a bloody long time. Again, we're so used to playing on like Stevie maps where Stevie changes that. So he gives the BGA like a 5 million litre capacity, and the processing rate on the BGA is like 100,000 litres a second.
Yeah, you never run into issues.
You never run into issues on Stevie's map because all the BGA stuff is processed pretty much instantly, and everything's got a capacity that you'd never ever fill it. You know, like 16 million litres on your silo. You're probably never going to fill that up with anything.
So on our map we have a sale, right?
Yeah, we have a bale sell point. It's down here near the cow pen. Just as you go past the lime station refill place, there's a little area where you can sell bales. And tip grass and unload grass and straw and...
Where's the entrance on this bloody field? Oh, over there. So you have to go all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
It's all these issues that you find after 15 hours of gameplay or something.
Hmm. Well, that's the good thing. At least we're finding issues early. So if it does get to the point where we think, nah, you know what? It's really just this map. As pretty as the map is, it just doesn't work properly. Then we can change the map and not lose too much progress. But, you know, something like Greenwich Valley, where we put a lot of time into Greenwich Valley and then found really serious game-breaking issues, that was annoying. Because we'd sunk quite a lot of time into that map and that over that Christmas and stuff, and then you found out that loads of stuff didn't work properly. Once you bought the 4 fields on the map that had contracts on them, you never got contracts in. Because none of the other fields had contracts.
Chellington Valley, is that the one?
Could be.
How do I drive there?
Could just be over here near this cow field. I can see you spinning around in the distance somewhere.
Where do I go?
Past the refill station and turn left.
Yeah, you notice that this farm definitely changed from an old farm to a new farm. It is not logically so. Okay, let's get rid of that. Plum, plum, plum.
Sold £42,000. Euros, dollars, Bitcoin, whatever currency you want to use. Whatever currency you're used to mining. It's quite funny today. There's an article in one of the newspapers today in the UK where there's a guy who wants his local council to dig up a landfill site because he threw out a hard drive by mistake which has apparently £120 million worth of Bitcoin on it or something. And he's prepared to go halves with them. If they find the hard drive, he's prepared to give them 60 million.
Where did he lose it?
He threw it out. He threw it away in the rubbish. He had 2 hard drives that were identical and he threw the wrong one away. He threw the one away with his Bitcoin on.
Well, if you have so much money on the drive, you double check, I guess. I would triple check. I would quadruple check. I would not even throw the hard drive away. I would put it in the drawer just in case.
Yeah. Lunaset DMB, thank you for the follow, Lunaset. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, apparently the council's response to the guy was, no, we're not going to dig up the landfill looking for your hard drive because there's no guarantee, A, that we would find it, and B, that if we did find it, it would be recoverable. And apparently he's not happy about it. He's on about taking the council to court now.
Well, I mean, he made the mistake, right?
Well, yeah, he made the mistake.
What are you doing?
I need to reverse back.
Yeah.
So I can pick up this grass that I haven't been able to pick up whilst I was full.
Oh, almost full again. Well, I will be. Yeah.
I am.
In a millisecond, it is silage.
Yeah. That's... Like I say, that's just a little... It's like... The process to make silage is so flipping instantaneous and quick. Compared to making hay the other night, which was just tedious.
That was not instantaneous.
It was not instantaneous. That was just mind-numbing. Having to keep driving round and round on that field with a tedder.
Miles away from instant.
Round and round. And every time you went round, the tedder threw the bloody stuff more and more into the river and...
50,000. Why go to the BGA? Come on. Okay. BGA.
Yeah,
I don't
50,000.
understand that because Oxygen David is such an experienced modder. It's done so many maps. I mean, is it just quantity or is it less quantity and is it less quality? Is that the conclusion?
On what?
On his maps, that he puts a lot of maps out? So quantity rather than quality?
No, he tends to be quality. That's the thing. Oxygen David's maps tend to be the best quality maps. But there just seems to be a lot that's copy and pasted from the default maps, like the BGA processing rates and capacities. Yeah. But I'm somewhat surprised that he doesn't customise that sort of stuff a bit more.
No, dinner is too early, right?
Yeah, dinner's ready for me, and it's roasty dinner tonight, so I'm gonna have to go downstairs.
Oh yeah, we can stop playing and then we can have a dinner.
I have to break for my dinner. Some grass there that I can't
You're
mow.
doing some grass for him if you want.
Yeah, if you want to carry on and have a bit of a play
Yeah,
with
that's
this
right.
thing.
You can see the crop in the distance, then there's nothing. Further you go away, the better. Then you go back closer. It's a different texture for the crop if you close.
Very
That's
wiry.
in the middle of it, yeah, is nothing. And then it's again in the distance. I think that's a normal situation with certain textures.
And for people wondering why I'm mowing the cow pasture, it's because we don't have any cows yet, so I'm not worried about mowing their food. Right now, I would rather have more silage and make more money. I'm seeing it as there is actually no clear barrier and division between field 36 and the cow pen browsing area. We might as well just mow the lot. Especially where Mr. Helge's done his crop destruction with his bale collector. That he's done on the grass. All the crop destruction you've done on the grass. Yeah, you can see it in the map.
No.
It's yellow, not orange.
No. That is not on me. That was from my previous manure dropping.
I thought it was when you drove around here a minute ago with the bale collector, picking up the bales.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't drive on the grass.
Didn't drive. That was from your manure spreader, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the new Farm Sim DLC? I do not know, Jacob. I'm not. I need to see more info on it, really. I know it's only $5. It's not very expensive. I know it's a load of potato equipment, but I don't know whether that equipment's going to be any better to use than what is already in game. For example, when it comes to like a potato harvester, is it going to be better than like a Homer Terados T440, which is a 45,000 litre capacity potato harvester? are the harvesters going to be any bigger and better than what we've already got in the base game? Same with the potato planters. Any of the potato planters, are they going to be bigger and more efficient than the ones we've got currently? Because these things gobble through tons and tons and tons of seed, and they don't cover a massive area, you know. When you can use a regular old planter to chuck potatoes in the ground, and you know, if you've got the Great Plains, you can do 18 meters of potato planting in a single strip. Why do you I don't think, you know, apart from a couple of contracts that I've done in the past where we've had harvesting of potatoes where they've given us these awful machines, which I certainly don't like using. I mean, this thing was horrible. On whatever map it was we played, where it kept getting stuck on all the fences. And this one I don't like, because for the weird reason, the harvester that digs the potatoes out of the ground, which is this bit, is offset to the bit that takes the tops. It's not in line. So again, it makes it a bit awkward to use. So nearly every time we do a potato harvest, we will either use the Veritron, or we will use one of the homers or ropers, because it's just easier. So I don't know what is in the potato DLC. I need to have a closer look at it, but you know, it's $5. I'm surprised Giants weren't releasing it for free.
By the way, the baler is picking up grass as soon as it starts wrapping.
Yes, once it starts wrapping the bale, it will start collecting again. But you need to then unload the bale on the back, because then once it fills up inside again, it will stop. So whilst you have a bale on the back wrapping, you can actually keep driving forward again and you can carry on collecting. But unless you unload that bale, you will eventually stop picking up grass. Oh, bale's escaping. I mean, obviously for people who have bought the premium edition of Farm Sim or the season pass, it's great for them, because they're going to get the DLC for free as and when it drops on their platform that they own the game. Obviously, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it through my Giants affiliate link, so I can get a bit of money back from Giants for buying it. And obviously, if anybody else wants to buy it, by all means, feel free to use my affiliate link. And that way you force Giants to give me some money. Some of their money. Which works really well. Which is really nice. You know? Instead of Giants making all the profit, why don't they give a little bit to me?
No, we don't want to do that. You have to pay all the taxes and stuff, you know. Makes it so complicated.
I did notice today somebody has recently bought the game and the class DLC using my affiliate links. I don't know who did that. Nobody ever messaged me to say they'd done it. But whoever it was, thank you for that. I appreciate you using my link to buy the game and the class DLC. But yeah, I'm going to go and get some dinner. So unfortunately, I'm going to end the stream here. I may return later. If not, I will see you again very soon. Cheerio and goodbye.
Have a good dinner.